Hey guys, welcome back to the homestead here. Today we're wrapping up a project that we've been working on for the last couple days, and that is creating a new really large animal paddock for all the goats, the lambs, and our livestock guardian dogs. Just because we've been having them in these paddocks over here. See Norman, he's got his own paddock right now, and that's because he's been weaned off of milk, and so now he has his own special creeper feed is what they call it, and it's good for him, and it gets him transitioned so that he can start digesting and eating grass, which he has been, but I guess this helps develop his rumen and prepares him to go to an all grass diet. So that's why he has his own paddock with wood chip mountain. And then you can kind of see up here, there's the paddock where we had if you saw our last video, the excavation work on our barn being started there. And so we're moving animals around. Turkeys are out on pasture, but what we're doing here, and I will come up, we're gonna walk up the hill here, duck under. So basically we were needing a new space for the animals, and since we have so much of our property that's kind of just exploded with just growth, underbrush, small trees, bushes, shrubbery, brambles, you name it, we got it up here. So the idea is to get these guys to munch this down for us. This is the munching crew. The idea is that these guys will kind of help clear everything down here. They've done a pretty good job with the paddocks they've been in. But the paddocks, even though they're pretty good size, they're only lasting, a couple weeks. Sometimes 2, maybe 3 weeks if we're able to stretch it out. So right now, we are working on a gigantic paddock, hopefully that they can stay on for the rest of the summer. Just because it's so big, they won't have a chance to get it all munched down before it starts recovering and regrowing and they have new areas to go back to. So kind of show you here. So you see all the way down there by the stall we have down there. That's where the front of it starts, and it goes all the way through the woods here that we have on that side, and we'll take you guys on a little tour when it's all said and done here. But the goal is to get them moved over. We just have a little bit to finish up here on the fencing and putting in a couple gates. The idea is that we'll move them from here and they just go right across the way here, and they get to enjoy all that space going up that way, down through the woods, all the way down to the stall down there, to that corner. So they should have lots and lots to munch on when they do that, when we move them over there. So I'm gonna head on up here. Gloria's working on some gates, at least one gate up here. So we're gonna kind of show you that process and what we do in order to get that set up. So here we go. So as you can see, it's quite an overgrown area Lots of brush, lots of small trees, lots of brambles, lots of prairie grass. Basically, we'll have lots of new spaces, or they'll have lots of opportunity for stuff to eat and a variety of stuff to eat. So, but that's the goal. Keep them satisfied, keep them motivated, keep them going. All right. How'd you get on the inside?
You can't. How'd you get on the outside?
Because I walked up here, because I thought you were...
I'm getting bit. I'm trying to... Babe.
This is not...
Okay. Is the camera on?
Yes. Okay. Now that I've...
Well, you're going to have to get inside.
Yeah, I see that. Okay, now that I've detached myself from the
Sticker bushes?
sticker bushes.
So I just wrapped up putting this gate in for future paddock access. I'm trimming the excess wire. And then I'm going to go down and do the next gate. And then finish wiring the remainder of the paddock. And then we can move the animals.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
It's great.
In fact, I am filthy. Would you like inside?
I would.
Here, let me open up the gate for you.
There you go.
Step.
Voila. Now I'm on the inside.
Alright. This way.
Alright, I think this is going to be a much safer way to maneuver the paddock. Although Maddie doesn't seem to mind. She just goes through the brush.
Yeah, she does. They're gonna just, the goats will have this, like, and the sheep will have this mowed down in no time. It's gonna be great.
Well, hopefully it lasts.
Well, I think it'll last a bit, but if it doesn't, we have all of that out there that will. And this is a win. This is the biggest paddock we've made so far.
Yes, this is by far the biggest area that we've given them to munch. So, like I said, we are inside. And here you can see fencing coming along down here. Quite anxious to get over here. They've been ready probably all week to get over here. But it's taken us a few days to pound in all of the T-posts along here and to get all the clips on. And we've been working on stringing all the fencing. So I believe all that's left
Well, I'm just about done here.
is we gotta make this gate right here, starting from there over to here.
I do have to, down here, I do need to put a top one and do a metal wire down. I didn't think I was going to have to, but I think I will.
Okay.
We're just, I think it's a good idea. And then I have to make the loops, and then I'm going to string it so that the handles are on that side. No. Yes. The handles have to be on that side because we have to switch them like that, and then they can have a pathway through. So I'm going to go ahead and string this, babe.
Yeah.
You want to get me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8 of these T-clips?
Sure.
And then the 17 gauge wire, that would be awesome.
All right.
This won't take but just a little bit of time. You know? Alright.
What you doing, Madeline? You checking out the new paddock?
Basically, I put these little, whenever I'm doing the 17 gauge wire, I put these little loops. Because if ever I want to add anything to this T-post, I'll have a hot wire to be able to do that on. And I just bring it down, and then I don't know why it took us so long to figure this part out, but it did. So, you know, that's just how it goes.
Yeah,
But
you learn as you go.
instead of buying 4-foot gates at $100 a pop, especially when we start getting bigger animals, we figured we could get these yellow handle gate things, which I'll show you in just a second. And what we do is we just tie the poly wire to it and clip it onto this 17 gauge wire, and it makes a hot gate. And for a fraction of the cost, each one of those fencing clips are like almost $4. So I'm only spending 16 bucks a gate instead of 100 bucks a gate. So
It's a little bit of a difference.
well, it's a lot more than that, because then we have to get the T-post mount, ouch, to be able to mount it in, and it's just no good, you know, having to do that. So this allows me the cost savings of significance. It's not that difficult to do, and it allows the flexibility that we need in gates, and it allows the gates to be hot, and allows us to turn off the gate by just unclipping it from its power source. So it's pretty good, I think. So that's how I do one. I'm gonna go do the other and then run the line. That in there so it doesn't twist. And this also ensures that all 4 of these lines are hot. So if I ever have a break in my line, I don't have to do jumpers anymore doing this. This prevents me to have to do jumpers. I might have to do it at some point, you know, but this has been a huge saver in time, energy, and money. So I'm gonna stick with it. This one I'm gonna go backwards on because they need to get in here and munch. All right.
Yes, they do.
Because I normally start at the top and come out and go down, but this one I wasn't gonna put a 17 gauge wire here, and I thought, you know what, I think that it's a better idea to do it, because we're having a gate here. Wherever there's a gate, that's a vulnerable access point. So I don't want our gates to be vulnerable. Our gates will not be vulnerable here. This will ensure that there is heat on every single strand from the very beginning and around the entire line of fencing. And because this is primarily a perimeter fence and it's out of our line of sight, and Anaya and Finley will be on guard, I really want to make sure that, especially the sheep, because sheep are bashful, they just give up and they'll die. If they get too tired of running from a predator, they just lay down and die. And goats, I don't know about the goats, but I think that they're probably a little bit more feisty, but not much. So I want to make sure that we are protecting our animals from outside predators, especially since it's going to be bear season soon. So.
Now you might be looking at that fencing and kind of going, well, gee, there's a lot of gaps in there that those animals can just be able to just slip right through. And while it may seem like that, because they've been trained on the paddocks on the other side here, and they've been trained to the hot wire, they don't try to escape anymore. It hits pretty good. I can assure you, as I have felt the jolt of electricity going through my arms when I've touched the fence accidentally. So I know that they're gonna feel it. They don't want anything to do with it. So,
and bring it alongside so we have 100% activity. Boom. Well, I think we've done better, but this wasn't bad, so look at them. They're quiet as a church mouse. We won't hardly hear them for the next several days. Hopefully longer than that.
Want to go on a inside tour?
Not right now. Babe,
Okay.
I'm exhausted.
Well, anyway, you can kind of see all the way back there with those trees and stuff. They have from here all the way up to the top of the hill there, and all through the woods over there, that they can munch on. There's grasses, there's shrubbery, there's small trees that they can just...
There's raspberries and strawberries and clover.
Oh yeah, they have just about every type of kind of vegetation they would want to nibble on out here. So I would say this was a little bit of a bigger paddock project, but well worth it.
Definitely. I'm filthy, sweaty, my hands hurt, but I would do it again.
Absolutely.
I would do it again. Just knowing that they're out here eating and happy and content fills my heart with joy.
Yes. Knowing that they have plenty to eat besides their little sunflower seeds throughout the day.
Well, I thought they would be in that area longer, but honestly, they chewed through that like in a week. Less than
a couple weeks. A couple weeks they've been up there, so.
I don't know, it just seems like it went really fast.
Yeah, well, yeah, it did feel like it went pretty fast, but...
Yeah, this paddock is way bigger than this one. Not only is it wider, but it's also longer.
Right.
This has to be, because it's the north side of our lot. I'm wondering, like, how much we did put it as far as if this is like an acre. I don't know. I don't know how to.
It'd be pretty close to an acre, I'd say.
About an acre. I don't know though. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty close to an acre.
Naya.
They'll have plenty of space to roam. They'll have plenty of stuff to eat.
Here they come. Finley's bringing them back down.
Yep, Finley's kind of exploring the borders because he's preparing to be on guard duty tonight. So he's got to make sure that everybody knows that he's still the boss in the new paddock.
Good job, boy. Anyway, thank you so much for watching our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like or subscribe. We appreciate all of you and the support that you give us and cheering us on. The mosquitoes are coming out, so I'm gonna wrap this. I'm pretty tired and sweaty, so have a great night. Bye.
Catch you guys on the next one. Bye.